What's up, guys? It's your boy Pxxxnda here, and I'm back again with another Rescue Ace deck profile. So we'll just get straight into it, because if you guys have ever seen any of my deck profiles, you know damn well what's coming. So you clicked on it, we're gonna get to it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to me at Nationals with my brand new hat. You guys want one? You know what to do. Yeah, let's get into it. Profile. Getting straight into it, I basically played a 3 hydrant and a 1/1 for 1. I'm not really gonna explain why I play the 1 for 1, other than the fact that I play more monsters in this deck profile, and then if you can tell on the monsters, it'll probably be mostly hand traps. But 3 airlifter and the 1 rota, which is the 4th airlifter. You got the 3 impulse. Not much to explain there, because I play fire engine, and because I play the fire engine, I love playing on people's turn, and especially like against Mitsurugi, yeah, they can probably just blow up your board on your turn, but it doesn't really matter, because it's like, even if they blow up your board, you can just send both of these go to the graveyard, but you already have your follow-up that you obtained for the next turn. So most of the time, a lot of people aren't playing the Mitsurugi trap in the deck, and because of that, Rescue Ace has the biggest advantage to break boards. But as for the rest of it, I also do play the 2 preventer and the 1 turbulence. I haven't missed the 2nd turbulence at all, because most of the time I always recycle it, and I take very good care of my turbulence. And I notice a lot of people always try to get to the turbulence on their first action to be able to like set 4. But with this deck, you got to learn how to play more proactively and try to bait as much as you can, so that turbulence is your last action. And when turbulence is your last action and you resolve set 4, you win. Like, that's all you really need to do. But yeah, so that's it for the monsters as far as that counts. But for the rest of the Rescue Ace cards, you're gonna play 3 emergency. And I don't know if you guys read this card. It's basically Habakiri. Habakiri has the same exact card text as emergency, where you special and you tribute. As far as in this case, I guess it's not a 1 card combo, unfortunately. But like I said, when you have impulse, fire engine, you're searching this, and then going into airlifter, broken. Best follow-up in the game, especially when you're trying to break boards. So alert, rescue, HQ. Thought about citing this, but I don't know, I keep wanting to keep putting it back into my deck. So contain, extinguish, all self-explanatory. I'm not playing to reinforce, because as soon as I was able to take that card out of my deck, I'm glad I did. 20 cards, not counting the non-engine, which are these 2. So it'd be 22 cards right here. But I tried to make the Rescue Ace cards as minimal as possible, because like I said, you just need to learn how to take advantage of what you have. So I'm playing the 1 engraver. You guys can ask me that in the comments down below, but I'm playing the 1 engraver, 1 lacrima, 1 lurry, 1 tract, and 1 of the traps. I was playing just these 3 cards alone before. I wasn't playing the tract or the lurry. I was playing these 3 cards before, and I wasn't, obviously you don't really want to draw into them. That's why you're playing them at a minimum. That's why I'm playing them at a minimum, because I don't want to see them. I want to be able to get my extra deck to, you know, Requiem, go into lacrima, dump the engraver, and obviously have the trap for the next turn and follow up. But I noticed that I didn't have that extender when I really wanted to, so then that's when I added in the lurry and the tract. And having this as an extender is really great. It just sucks right now when you have this, because if you engraver search tract and you get drolled, it's a rip, and I don't want to play Sank. Playing Sank is like bad. But if you track into lurry and you get drolled, I mean, at least you can get somewhere with that. Like, that's, you're okay with that. But it's just kind of how you want to play about it. So I'm only playing those 5 right now. I don't really miss the rest of the other Requiem or the other engravers in this case. But getting into the non-engine, I play the 3 droll, which is the best card in the game right now. I play the 3 ash. I also play the 3 Perulia. These are like the main hand traps. And then as far as the rest of the non-engine goes, I also play 3 Dominus Impulse. I'll talk about this in a second. I play the 3 Droplet. And then as far as the last 2 non-engine cards for the 43rd and 42nd card, I play 1 Kaba and 1 Talent. So let's talk about this. This does lock you out of the lights in terms of like resolving your FIENDSMITH engine. But if you guys understand like how good Dominus Impulse is in this game right now, especially why like Malice has an advantage when they're using this card, or even in terms of like other decks that have the advantage of using Dominus Impulse. Dominus Impulse is pretty broken, having like a Solemn Warning pretty much coming out of your hand, or a Solemn Strike. I think it's nuts. Obviously it comes at a disadvantage when you come with your FIENDSMITH cards, because you have to think about it. If you're going to use it in your hand first turn, You have to think about if you really want to use your Fiendsmith cards. And depending on the deck, sometimes I've chosen to just use the Dominant Impulse from my hand and not set it, and then cut off my Fiendsmith engine, because I know that with my Rescue Ace engine, I can just easily break the board. I don't have an issue with that. Now, as far as like not using it from my hand, if I don't really need to, obviously I can use everything else. And if I'm at the advantage point where I have Fiendsmith available to me, I feel like at that point I'm automatically winning the game. Like, I never really have an issue with that. It does have an ups and downs. Sometimes you're just forced to use this because you don't want your opponent to have the advantage. But if you have Rescue Ace cards, you really shouldn't have to worry. Call by Talents is still broken cards in the game. I wanted to play Cross Out, but as you can tell, I'm not really playing the most common hand traps other than a Droll. And this deck, it doesn't really worry about Droll, especially if you have Emergency. As far as Droplet goes, Droplet's like the most broken card inside of Rescue Ace, because Droplet, like, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can actually send so much with Droplet, especially like if these cards are dead in your hand. Obviously, you can send them to the graveyard, but you also have like so much utilize. You can utilize your traps. You can utilize any of your spells. Even you can chain your Emergency and then send it with Droplet. And what's sick, because is you can actually send a trap with it. So you send these two. Later on during the turn, you can actually banish the Emergency and set the trap back. That's like another way to utilize a free send off of Droplet. So it's almost like a +1 with that. But that's it for the main deck. As far as the X deck goes, obviously tokens. Woohoo. 1 Anima, 1 Dark, 1 Hida, 1 SP. Sorry for the glare. You got the 1 Promethean Princess, the Phoenix, and the Zelantis for the OTK combo. I chose to play Dark and Hida instead of playing like a second SP. I didn't want to play IP. IP is just kind of irrelevant to me in this case. But I chose to play Dark and Hida because the Hida, of course, everybody's playing Ash, and that's just, you know, really easy fodder for you to kind of link climb. As far as the Dark goes, Dark is actually really sick, because if you're playing against Mr. Rugi, you can just take you can just take whatever monster you want, especially if you just want to blow up the board. You can go ahead and take their Murakumo and then blow up the board, which is really sick. I don't know, you have like a lot of implications when it comes to Dark. You also have your Malice monsters that you can go into. You have your Anima to go into Dark. Like, there's a lot of implications when it comes to Dark, so I feel like Dark is really useful, especially in this format. SP, self-explanatory, to dodge, keep your Turbulence alive. I do play the 1 Typhon. 1 Typhon came up broken as well. I like Typhon. I always am hesitant to take it out. But in this case, you know what, how simple Rescue Ace is, and we always come to a simplified game state. Typhon always puts me at the biggest advantage, and being able to bounce like a Desiree or being able to bounce like other people's cards is just broken. As far as Fiendsmith engine goes, Requiem, Moon, Sequence, McNumday, Desiree, Necroquip, Caesar. I don't know, this is all pretty self-explanatory. I was playing Chaos Angel before. I was also playing Duke of Demise before, because Duke of Demise also allows you to get an extra normal summon, and being able to extra normal summon a Rescue Ace, obviously without the field spell, was pretty great. That's it for the X deck. Not much to explain there outside of what I've already shown you and told you. So as far as side decks goes, obviously build it to your locals, build it to your standards, but this is pretty standard. 3 Lancia, I also played 3 Meow. I started liking the 1 Heartbeast, 2 Lightning Storm, because a lot of people just, you need something to kind of bait that main Omni negate. You need something to bait that Desiree. You just need something, and if you don't have to bait any of those big Omnis, like, this is just a blowout. And having that blowout and then going into your Rescue Ace engine, you're easily OTKing and ending the game. One of my favorite cards that I've been playing lately was the 3 Gordian Slicer. I think this card's broken, especially in this deck. Like I said, once you like Dominant Impulse and you want to cut off your Fiendsmith engine, like, come on, dude. You have you pretty much have more than 6 cards right here that you can just banish for free to banish your cards on the deck, or banish a card on the field that you can target from your opponent. And you can banish cards from your hand, which is really cool too, because like if you don't really need anything that's in your hand, you can just banish. Like, you just don't really care when it comes to this deck. Like, everything is pretty much a 2-card combo and you're good. As far as the last 3 cards on the side deck is Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning, easily the best Solemn card right now. Easily. Solemn Strike is really good, don't get me wrong, I love Solemn Strike, but Solemn Warning right now easily against Mr. Rugi, against Malice. It's just the most broken card right now in the game, especially like making their Link monsters not being able to summon back because you warning their summon and negated it, like, broken. Anyways, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys need any more explanation, please remember to leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, keep you guys up to date. Thanks for watching.